Yes, and a good day, viewers. We are reporting to you live, as you can see, from the scenery day from UNAM main campus in Windhoek. I am joined by the one and only Huncho Kapofi. Huncho Kapofi, how are you
Of
doing?
course, I am live and I'm in the building. I'm really excited. I can't wait to go through all the sports action that we've had this weekend, because what is a weekend without sports?
What is a weekend without sports? What is a weekend without NTV? Namibia Media
Actually,
Holdings plugging you with local sports.
Local sports, and not only are we plugging you with local sports, but we're also plugging you with those lekker international
With
sports
everything
as well.
that you need, we've got you covered.
So you have no reason to say that you don't know what happened this weekend.
No reason at all. Well, Huncho,
let's get into the hit list.
Into the hit list. Okay, well, with the hit list today, we are starting off with international results. And with that, let's take a look at the Super Rugby Pacific first, just to see what happened there. Well, as you can see, on Saturday, we saw Brumbies coming out strong against Hurricanes there, 37-33. Crusaders showcase world-class performance there as they win 49-8 against Fijian. And then you see Chiefs there winning against the Reds. But yesterday, we saw the Blues coming out strong against Waratahs. With that, let's take a look at the Currie Cup, seeing what happens there. Huncho, don't try to run us through.
Okay, well, we have, of course, the Vodacom Blue Bulls taking on the Toyota Cheetahs, in which the Toyota Cheetahs won that one with 31. And then, of course, we have the Nova Fit Griffons taking off the Fidelity ADT Lions, where the ADT Lions, of course, won that one by 39. And then the Windhoek Draft Griquas taking on my faves, the Erling Pumas, in which the Erling Pumas took that win with 27. I'm pretty sure that Lundim Senge had something to do with that.
No, Erling Pumas are definitely a team to be reckoned with. I think we should take a look at the French Open. There's some interesting results there. Just to talk of the one person we're going to talk about, that's Novak Djokovic, who took a giant leap towards claiming immense record 23rd Grand Slam trophy. As we saw yesterday, he won that set 6-3, 5-7, 6-1, 6-1 against Ronald Garros. So we have a semi-final that is set up, and it's going to be very interesting there. Just to take a look at his previous results, as he's been doing very fantastic in the tennis men's open play.
Love to see it.
Very excited to see him in the finals. I think he can get his 23rd Grand Slam, a record Grand Slam.
Definitely.
So let's take a look at that.
Nothing is impossible.
Well, Ancho, cricket. That's your part of the world, boss.
Yeah, boy. Of course, we have the United Arab Emirates that took on, of course, the West Indies. Of course, we saw there that the West Indies had about 184 runs, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, the United Arab Emirates had the 184 runs. And then we saw the West Indies winning that one by 4 wickets.
Honestly,
Absolutely amazing.
I don't understand much about that sport. But thank you for updating us, Sancho. Well, the weekend drop is up next, right after this. Well, Ancho, let's get right into it. UNAM versus Kudus.
Wow. And did I mention wow?
How was that game for you?
Well, which one specifically?
The main one. Yes.
Okay, honestly, I think those two that game was a beautiful game, but except the players were not disciplined, man.
Definitely.
There was no discipline in the game. There was too many fights that broke out during the game, and I think that disappoints me because, rugby is one of the sports that requires so much discipline from the player because, it's a physical thing.
Definitely.
And you can easily get angry. But just because you're angry doesn't mean you must now, that's why discipline is very important. But nonetheless, Kudus played a good game.
Okay, well, with that, Anjo, let's take a look at the UNAM versus Kudus game rugby highlights.
Hulle die tonnot hier is UNAM. Hulle wag daar vir Kudus. Ons kyk of Kudus of UNAM hierdie jaar 'n nommer 8 ry het. Verlede jaar het hulle nie 'n nommer 8 ry gehad nie. Ek dink amper die 8ste man het in 23 of so iets gespeel. So kom ons kyk as jy 23 op die veld sien van die begin af. Brian, dis nie 'n plaasvervanger nie.
Dan moet ons ken is die agste man.
Kom ons kyk net vinnig na die plaasvervangerbank. Dit was 100 jaar dink
Ja.
ek. So, maar ons hou ons oog bietjie daar op daardie derby wat ook aan die gang is natuurlik. Die grootte daar in Pionierspark. Net so 'n klip gooi van hier af. Nie baie ver. Hulle is hier, kyk daar, hulle is hier. Ek moet sê hulle ondersteuner Joshua Jacobs, hy nou op die veld daar vir Kudus. Kom hulle een vir een daar uitgedraf daar. Baie jong span, maar tog ook baie ervaring in hulle span daar. As ouens wat al baie stabiel is as ons kyk daar. As hulle een vir een daar op die veld gedraf kom. Hoor daar, die groot gejuig. Dit is vir Unam. Vir Unam as Graham April hulle op die veld lê daar. Kom ons kyk hulle in hulle kerne. Op die wedstryd, daar kom hulle met hom afgeskop daar. Deur Unam lekker diep af. Kom hulle met hom. Andrew Kearns gooi hom daar uit. Ryten Paul se plan so 'n bietjie, maar dan kom hy weg nie. Daar's 'n baie goeie pad daar. Hulle dryf hulle terug in die laagpad. Weer jou Fico, hy is die man wat daar is. Daar is 'n bietjie van 'n hoogvat daar lyk dit vir my. En meer die Karpinaar het onmiddellik het hy sy leider daar. Wow, skitterende rugby wat hier gespeel word deur Unam. Dis Pisham Vino. Hy gee aan vir Sheriff Titus lyk dit vir my. En meer die Karpinaar het onmiddellik het hy sy leider daar 'n bietjie hier kom staan aan die loskopkant. Daar sê hy, vinnig uitgevang daar. Andrew Kearns, hier kom hy vinnig gespeel daar. Andrew Kearns, hulle loop hier in die agterry met hom af. Hy moet diep daar inklim om hom daar uit te kry. Nou kry hy hom uit. Kom ons kyk hulle Unam se agterlyn het hierdie bal. Hulle gaan hom net dooddruk. Dit was baie amper. Hy gaan homself optel. Kearns. Is Unam. As hulle oor die lyn nie, nog nie oor die lyn nie. Is Kudus met daar agter gedek deur Joshua Jacobs. Kyk hom. Hy vat vir Sheriff Titus aan. Hy vertel hom die bus is vol. April hulle en die Karpinaar, sy hand is weer daar uit gewees nou. Ek is nie seker vir wat dit was nie. Maar as Unam wat nog bal in die hand het, so 'n bietjie slordige besit wat lê het. Maar die man wat weer daar wegbreek is in Pisham Vino. Hulle kry hom nie vasgevat op hierdie stadium. Pisham Vino. Hy is oor die doellyn en hy wat daar beduie, maar ek dink dit gaan hom baie help nie. Aurelio Plateau, hy gee uit Titus. Hy het nog baie spoed. Kom hulle al Jerry Ozal, hy klein so halwe gaan. Ja, as hy gaan hulle na kyk op PJ Walters met 'n staai. Dit lyk vir my hulle daar vir Andrew Kearns gevra. Enzio Kutsie. Hy word teruggedra deur twee van sy ou span. Hier kom hulle met Tom Chad Plateau. Wat kan hy maak hier van agteraf? Wow. Hier kom hulle met Tom Chad Plateau. Wat kan hy maak hier van agteraf? Wow. Dis kan regter. Ja, ek hou altyd daarvan as hy vir die skoolseuns blaas, baie konsekwent en hy verduidelik hulle baie mooi waaroor dit gaan. Hy sit Ryten Polse, hy gee die bal uit daar, hy kom hy loop uit in die agterlyn, Chad Plateau, hy skuil sy mater se 3 en hy druk die 3 in die hoekie weliswaar. Kearns, Polse, nou met hom. Eljerio Zaal, hy skop die bal vorentoe, Eljerio Zaal. Kudus. Dis 'n 3. Vincent Polse is van die veld af. Hulle twee was die twee grootste manne. Skitterend gedoen daar deur Kudus. Hulle skop die bal daar agter die manne. Hulle die man bal in die hande kry. Nou kry die bal in die hande. Sheriff Titus kry hom nie gevang nie. Hierso Venue, maar hulle vat hom grond toe en hy slaan die bal aan. Doel 3 of iets van die jaar, maar hulle sal met 2 keer punte aanteken. Om hier te kom. As weer man wat daar weer jou Fico, hy's nog altyd hierdie kant toe, daardie kant toe is Lloyd Jacobs. Hy het ook een van die 3 gedruk vir Kudus. Skynsregter sê nee, jy was verkeerd geweest. Jy het spel doodgemaak, vinnig gevat daardeur. Hulle val daaroor, hulle druk die 3. Dis Jaden Bushel, hy druk die 3 en hierdie dis nou Nesie. Okay, met hierdie en ja, inderdaad, hy's tussen die pale deur. Is Gerald ver veld opgeskop daar gewees. Nou vat hulle skitterend. Bekus sit hom net so bo die kop. Nie gewerk nie.
Well, there we all saw the result in favor of Kudus winning that game 24-8 against Unam. Unam still struggling in the league, but Kudus charge on as they still remain on top of the table. Wanderers and Trasco. Wanderers took on Trasco in the other game that we have. So let's take a look at those highlights.
as the teams are entering. With the motorcycles revving their engines, hoping to rev up the energy at Derby Day. The home team, Wanderers, stepping onto the field.
Stamp so 'n bietjie daar in die kontak in. Dani van der Merwe, DJ Holzhausen. Denzel Brewer wat ja. En daar gaan Warren Ludwig. Die 3 masjien vir Wanderers.
Wanderers getting the...
Ja, Enrico van Sail wat daar vir Henry Kanju daar in die spel bring.
That's a United try. Scored in emphatic fashion. He ran that man.
Dis nie voorspelers deur.
United stitching some phases together.
En
That is
speel
going
of
to be another
Duplessis.
try.
Kaptein
Duplessis.
en flank van United wat daar sy kans aangryp. Ja.
With an opportunity to fetch 3 points. And he manages to do precise possession. Swinging the ball out. Big kick from United. And that is 3 points.
Denzel Brewer sit die bal op die voet.
That's going to be called back. Surely that should be called back for a knock-on.
Ja, 3 word toegeken. Ja, daar is van Solms. Springer is Drian Foster, van Tommy. En is toch NG Swart wat opgekom het van die tweede span wedstrijd gespeel het.
Do it. Yes, he can. Denzel Brewer scored. Wanderers take it by 3 points off the boot of Denzel Brewer as they break United's heart. United, a much stronger team than last year, much more formidable. Wanderers certainly not entering their next derby clash the same. But as for today, they'll take the win, and the win is all you need on Derby Day.
Right, of course, that was Trusco taking on Trusco United taking on
I
Wanderers.
also get confused there, you know.
Oh wow! But I must say that that game was actually amazing because Wanderers was finally beat.
Wanderers
Can I
was
say
finally
that?
beat.
But nonetheless, I'm now gonna
No, Wanderers actually won.
what?
I just found out Wanderers actually won. I thought they lost.
Same. That's the discussion we had earlier. But nonetheless, if you haven't seen it on the sports web social media yet, Fiola Filet. Wow. Fiola Filet. I just can't. You know what? Before I even say anything, let's take a look.
You know what? I have so many things to ask Fiola regarding that goal. But let's take a look at what happened in the NRU Premier League with the results in the Reserve League. Let's just see what transpired there, because that video was my highlight for the day.
Honestly.
Definitely my highlight for the day. Okay, so you can see there with the NRU Premier League, Wanderers against Trusco United, 33-38. And then you see Unam 1 losing to Kudus. And then Rehoboth losing to Grootfontein. See Joe. I see you, hometown. Grootfontein, we are there next week.
We are there next week.
We're there next week. Shout out to Grootfontein.
Yes.
And then with that, let's take a look at the Reserve League, Huncho. Just to see what transpired. But a good shout out to Grootfontein for winning. I love my town.
Definitely.
Very proud of them.
As Brian would say, see Joe.
Okay, but you know what? Nonetheless, Huncho, run us through what's next.
Of course, next we have the OTB and African Marketing Beach Volleyball that took place today at the DTS Sports Field. 39 teams completed throughout different age groups. Here we have Jeanette Diergaard bringing us more.
The OTB and African Marketing Beach Volleyball took place today at the DTS Sports Fields. The beach volleyball saw around 39 teams entering and competing in the day's events. Teams ranging from junior to social league teams took part in the beach volleyball competition, and this competition will continue further in Swakopmund in July month. The teams consisted of junior teams, junior ladies teams, professional volleyball players, men elite, and the social teams that took part in the beach volleyball. Teams like the Africat ladies also took part in the competition, and they had a very good run during the competition. They are from Karatura, and they have been practicing for these games for a while now and have been preparing them to play in today's competition.
Hello, I'm Leander Müller. This is my first tournament here, and I'm playing for the under 17 beginners.
Okay, can you just tell us how your game just went?
Our game went good. We played against Yannick and Renee, like two friends of mine. I think in the end it was 21-11 or something like that. So it went quite well.
So is this your first time playing?
Yeah, so I have like kept scoreboard at other tournaments, but this is the first time I'm playing.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yes, good morning here from the DTS Beach Volleyball Arena. We are here with 39 teams in this OGB African Marketing Competition, which has got four categories, namely 16 men teams, which is the biggest category. We've got 8 youth under 17, and then we've got 8 social two-a-side and 7 ladies teams. So it's quite a nice outcome here. And we're going to play the full day this competition, and it's the first of the second competition of this year, and it's a whole series organized by DTS, Afrocat, and Namibia Volleyball Federation. Okay. So we are very, very happy to have this nice outcome here at DTS.
Okay, so after this, where will the next competition be? Is it still going to be here at DTS?
The next one will be in Swakopmund. It's going to be in July. The date is not fixed yet, but it's going to be around about middle of July in Swakopmund. So there's also going to be per year 2 tournaments there. And then we also have a tournament in the end of the year in the north. So it's a whole series of beach volleyball that we are offering.
Okay, so are you choosing the teams today to go play in the next
No, it's
series?
an open tournament. Anybody can play in every tournament, and they're collecting points. And then there will be a ranking, and we also have got international competitions where we then use the rankings to determine who's going to be representing Namibia outside the country.
All right, thank you so much.
Of course, now we take a look at the Namib daughters that defeated the Commerce Nampo by 2-0 in an F&B Women's Super League action-packed match played at the Mundesa Stadium on Saturday in Swakopmund.
Safrina, we have the captain, Twekelinda, we have Alaina, Heleni, Nandamwena, Laili, Martha, and Shati, and on the reserve bench we have Esther, Andrina, Tania, Nadeshu, Mabita, and Mabura. Again, the ball for Nampo. The ladies are really playing good soccer. The defensive structures are all in place. We are here in the 26th minute of the first half. The Commerce Nampo is still not having anything on the scoreboard, while Namib daughters are still not having nothing on the scoreboard. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. Namib daughters have scored Namib Dorf has scored. Hendrina has given Martha a bit more opportunity. Another goal! Another goal! Totally against the run of play. Now, Mondesa Stadium is erupting. Mondesa Stadium. The crowd is on their feet. The crowd is totally on their feet because Namib Daughters are leading now 2 goals.
I feel very great. I'm proud of my girls. As I told you before, we're going for a win and then we won. I'm so happy.
Are you happy? The 2 goal scorers, it was actually out of the 25 that they scored.
Yeah.
The last match that you played against Nampol, they won 5-2. But today you are happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm proud of my girls. It's a really big victory for me.
Now, as you heard, Michelle is proud of her ladies, and here from Mondesa Stadium, we send all our greetings, and we hope to see you guys soon.
Well, the MTC Namibia Netball Premier League continues to excite with Afrocat Lions beating Namibia Navy 45-43 at a match played at the Patrick Iyambo College courts. Afrocats coach Dimitri Bitler had this to say about the performance.
So Afrocats beating Navy, that of course is 45-43. We're joined by the coach of Afrocats, and that is Dimitri Bitler. Just take us through the game. How do you feel about your performance today?
I think the first 3 quarters we maintained the game plan. We unraveled a little bit in the 4th quarter. I think that this team went out a little bit out of the players, maybe a little bit of fitness that was lacking to finish it off on the same consistency. But apart from that, I'm happy that they could execute the game plan we had actually worked on. But this is a great performance, which shows that we are growing in depth. Game for game, I think we're getting stronger and we're getting better every day.
Yeah, speaking about your performance, obviously looking at the performance and the gradual progress of Afrocat over the years, you've done quite a very good job. Maybe just some of the notable changes that you've made in the team.
Well, we have almost a brand new team. A few veterans like player of the match Venye, obviously, and Selma. There's a few veterans that we have, but a lot of them are actually quite new players since we have lost a lot of players to other teams. But we have restructured and we are rebuilding, and I think it's working off very well for us.
Now moving on with a couple of matches still to play, what can Afrocat fans maybe be on the lookout for?
Well, for us, it's 1 game at a time. We don't have a seasonal goal right now since we're in the development stage, but we have a 3-year program, so we're planning in 3 years to actually be in that top 2 position within the next 3 years. When it will happen, that will be determined by the players.
All right, thank you so much, Dimitri.
Pleasure, man.
Well, the Shell V-Power International Oval Track Challenge is underway at the Tony Rust Raceway near Windhoek. Let's take a look at the action as Tillman reports. I think we all appreciate the sound of tires screeching and also the smell of petrol, if you know what I mean. Huncho Kapofi.
I'm sorry, I don't like the smell of petrol. And what do you mean by car screeching, Habo? You mean...
it sounds very nice, honestly.
Yeah, but it's giving...
Well, with the Wanderers and Trasco Derby that happened today, we also had squash.
Yes.
So let's take a look at the coach interview that we had there.
Okay, goeiemôre. Ek gaan nou maar Afrikaans praat, my Engels draak op iewers. Heerlike squash derby tussen Wanderers en United. United. Ek en my opponent het nou net ons gewoonlik speel ou wedstryd 5 het, maar dit was nou 3 setter. So ek het daarom 2-1 gewen, maar dis vet pret. So en almal wat hier speel, die opponente ook, ek hoop hulle doen ook goed. Ja, dis net 'n lekker dag en 'n lekker kuierdag. Hierna gaan ons 'n paar biere in die Jägermeister vat hier by die bar.
Of course, now let's head over to the Sunday drop.
Okay, well, Ancho, Sunday is always a good day, but I feel like this Sunday is like a super Sunday because we have a lot going on. Football, FNB, NFA Women's Super League. Ancho, run us through there.
Of course, we have the Okahanja taking on Nast Babes and the Beauties versus the V-Power Angels. Ramblers taking on the Omaheke Queens, of course, they're all the way from the north on Diva Queens taking on the Yunnan Bokis. Arrows Ladies taking on Komas Nampo Ladies, the team to beat. And then, of course, Namav Daughters taking on Girls and Goals.
Fantastic. I think I'm also very excited for the CAF Champions League final second leg as we see Wydad Athletic Club taking on Al Ali. We might see Percy Tau scoring another goal there. But staying with Sunday, we also have netball, the MDC Namibia Premier League that has a few games there, Anjo.
Of course, we have the Namibian Correctional Services taking on Namibian Navy, Tigers versus Uchazonjupa Nampo, and then Wanderers versus the Mighty Gunners.
Osh. And last but not least, Castle Light 50 over series, match 5 at the United Field in Olympia. We'll see Karnataka, India, taking on the Namibia Richeli Eagles. That's it for Sunday. Anjo.
What are we saying? That's all the sporting action we had for you this weekend from Huncho Kapofi and the main man himself, C. Joe.
But wait, before we go, Grootfontein actually won, hey? Shout out to Grootfontein. NRU, I see you, Grootfontein. But yes, a lovely weekend. Hope you guys enjoy the sports that are coming through on Sunday. But that's it from us in studio, and it is goodbye.
Goodbye.